And once again, good evening, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome to Dr. Don's Weather. Don Strength, along with Dana Barker. We're hanging out this evening looking at the weather across East Alabama and West Georgia. The fortunate thing here is we're not dealing with severe weather tonight. If the trend continues up across Talladega County and back up the I-20 corridor, we may be looking at some flash flooding issues here in the next hour or so. But we're not dealing with tornadic type weather so far. We've only had one severe thunderstorm warning in the state of Alabama that was up north much earlier. So the primary reason we are here tonight is to watch the weather across Randolph County and particularly there across the Woodland area because they have a huge event that's going to be getting underway in an hour or so. It's called the Vern Fest. It's the 5th annual Vern Fest, celebrating the life and accomplishments of Vern Gosden, the legendary country singer that was from Woodland. We lost him several years ago, but this is something he started about 5 years ago, and each year they have a big name act that comes up and performs, and this year it is the award-winning Little Texas, and they're going to be putting on a great show tonight. They had about 7 or 8 really huge hits, and then they had a handful of other songs that made it into the top 10. I was in country radio back when Little Texas was a thing, and they were big. I guarantee you they were. So I see that Dana's already here. I see that Jamie has now joined us. Dana, I'm going to let you kind of tell us what we're looking at on the radar while I set Jamie up so we can bring his feed in.
Yeah, sounds good. Taking a look right now, there's that one little shower there just to the southeast of Wedowee, moving to the northeast. It might clip Woodland. We might get a few raindrops there, but it looks like it's going to be more of a Heard County issue. And like Don said at the top, that stuff in Talladega County right now it's raining in buckets. Talladega up toward Munford, 77 there toward Lincoln, and I think it's 21 that goes out to Munford and goes out toward Oxford. That's not a fun drive right now. And looking at some of the rain rates, it's raining harder there. We've seen radar estimates of about 3 inches an hour up there in parts of Talladega County, and it's not raining as hard up in Cherokee County, and they have a flash flood warning right now. So to me, this stuff over here in Talladega looks a lot worse than the stuff up there in Cherokee that's flash flood warned. So if anybody watching from the Talladega area, Munford, really the northern half of the county there, Lincoln by the Speedway, anywhere up there, I'd be really looking out for some flash flooding issues there. And I know it's really hilly up there as well, so you know the drill about low water crossings. Don't cross water that you don't know how deep it is. If you watch the news, you know what happened to Kentucky the past couple of days. We don't want you to end up being like that either. Flash flood warning just issued.
Yep. Yeah, we just caught a flash flood warning for Talladega County. It's in effect until about 8:15 this evening for locations such as Oxford, Talladega, Lincoln, Munford, Waldo, Talladega Superspeedway. And so East Teboga, every chance I get to say East Teboga, I say East Teboga.
And I tell you what, man, Jamie and them are going to get if they don't get any rain, you're going to get a heck of a lightning show tonight from all the stuff in Talladega County. People are going to be wondering what's going on because you're going to get a heck of a lightning show, not just Little Texas lighting either.
Yeah, it's going to be kicking a little, but it's going to be from Little Texas and from a little lightning back off to the west. So we've got Jamie back in here with us now. So Jamie, I don't know how much of that you caught, but we are watching a couple of different things right now. We're watching a cell down there to the southeast of Wedowee that's probably going to stay a little bit south and east of Woodland, but you probably will get a sprinkle out of that. But more importantly, we're watching what's happening back over Talladega. For the moment, that's really not moving anywhere, maybe lifting to the north a little bit. But like Dana was saying just a moment ago, that thing's going to start moving at some point, and we're concerned that it might start moving to the east. So we're going to have to keep a very close watch on that. And we're also getting some storms blowing up over there in Clay County now as well. That air in Clay County is relatively unworked, though, because they haven't had a whole lot of storms over there today. But at the moment, you're looking good. You're looking good, Jamie Dukas. You're looking good up there in Woodland. I hear the music in the background. It sounds like you guys are getting ready to have a good time up there for the Vern Fest. Let me fix your frame right there so you don't look so cattywampus. Yeah, that looks a little better. Tell us what's going on up there.
Well, the crowd's starting to pour in. There is no rain pouring in that we can see. It just feels great out here. If you'll just keep the weather away, then we're going to have us a great time. Well, regardless, we're going to have a good time, even if we have to wait it out a little bit. We got people watching it. We got Dr. Don helping us with that. So we'll know what to do ahead of time. Uh, we'll be well prepared.
So it looks like you've already got the folks are already piling in. I see they've got the chairs set up at the tables. Actually, we've already got people sitting at the reserve tables there, and it looks like we've got folks already up in the stands. Boy, I tell you, things are starting to get underway up there in Woodland for tonight's Vern Fest. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you when we came back on this break that O'Brien, hang on a second, it's coming to me. Dwayne O'Brien, the lead singer and the acoustic guitar for Little Texas. Today is his birthday, Jamie, in case you didn't know that.
All right. Well, we'll definitely make sure. I was talking with the MC just a little bit. I'll make sure that he knows that it is his birthday. I have to do a little something special for it.
The Little Texas Facebook page just posted a happy birthday to their own professor, Dwayne O'Brien. Don't let him get out of there tonight without y'all singing happy birthday to him.
Absolutely. We can make sure that today's a special day. I mean, he chose his birthday to be here on Warren Sewell Field in Woodland, Alabama on his birthday. How about that?
The monuments just keep mounting, don't they?
It's been a great day. It's been a great day. We got fans pouring in, and someone that was gracious enough to donate a pile of fans for the people in case they are just a little bit warm. We got people fanning. It looks like church pew fans. So that's working out great. So everybody's keeping comfortable and cool. And we're getting ready for something to happen here.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. And again, folks, if you're watching and you're, if you're still trying to kind of make a decision on what you're going to do, don't let this rain keep you away. It is what it is. Yes, there is the chance that we could see a scattered shower from time to time across the Woodland area, and there could even be we could have to actually go into delay from time to time from lightning. So far, that has not been an issue in Woodland. The good news is we had rain earlier, and that's kind of kept the rain this afternoon away from Woodland. But we're beginning to see some storms build off to the west, and really kind of anxiously watching to see which way they're going to go. Right now, they're really not moving that much. But Dana was agreeing with me a few moments ago, or I was agreeing with him. He's the bright one in this bunch. That stuff could start moving at just about any time, and it's either going to move north, northeast, or east. Once that boundary starts to move. So that's what we're watching at the moment. But, hey, you know what? We got to play with what we got when we got it. Right this minute, we got great weather in Woodland, Alabama for the Vern Fest.
Absolutely. We're getting excited. It's starting to pick up. More and more people coming in. It's going to be a great night. We've said it numerous times, so we're looking forward to this.
All right, Jamie, if you'll just keep your shot up so we can kind of see what's going on out there. And, Dana, I'll bring you back in here again. I know you've had time to kind of look at things a little bit while I was talking to Jamie.
Yeah.
Any changes on your thoughts here as I zoom out a little bit so we can...
and not on the good side either. If you want to take the radar source that I got, and I'll kind of play John Madden with you, tell us some stuff here real quick. So this map, so the left is the radar you're used to seeing. The right, the red little splotches here on this map on the right show updrafts, and the updrafts were right over where the flash flood warning was. But if you notice, the past hour or so, the updrafts are starting to move east, more like into Clay County. You're starting to see these right here on the Clay County line, some just north of Lineville, some over Cheaha State Park that way, moving off toward the east. So that's not really a good direction we want to see these moving, because it's going to be in the general direction of Randolph County and Woodland. The good news is that it's going to be slow. I think it's going to be a slow process to get over there and see what the mountains do to it. I mean, we talked about that off the air, Don. These mountains can do some things with these storms in the summer. So fingers crossed it kind of weakens it. But you're starting to see the storms fill in more and more in Clay County. And looking at rainfall totals here, This is rainfall over the past hour, and I'm going to kind of illustrate it, and I'll stop the loop here. Let me make this full screen, just kind of show you guys how much rain's falling, just talk about what's going on in Talladega County right now. If you can see that small number on here, that's about 3 inches, 2 inches plus. So really right north of Talladega there. 77 and 21 is kind of like a little triangle. 77 goes toward Lincoln, 21 goes over toward Munford and Oxford. In between that little triangle there is where we're seeing the worst of the rainfall. But yeah, it's making a slow east progression here, and just how slow that progression is really going to be all the difference in what time it finally gets into Randolph County here. But I think we got some time, though. I think next hour, I think we're good. But after that, we got to start watching the stuff to the west.
And that's one thing that's easy to get confused, and radar's all over social media. All the television outlets have radar. Everybody's got radar on their phone. And at first glance, when you look at what's going on the radar right now, it looks like everything's moving to the north. And that's what it looks like at first glance. But as Dana just pointed out, the product that he was showing the updraft, you can clearly see the updraft moving back to the east, or maybe even drifting a little bit east-southeast. And if you'll look real close on this loop here, if you'll watch it there on the south end of the reflectivity, you can see it building back to the east-southeast as well. So that great point that you just brought out there, Dana, that even though it appears the storms are moving north, and they are, but we're kind of back building to the east and to the southeast at the same time, and eventually it may end up overcompassing all of the East Alabama area. Hope not, but that is certainly a possibility. And like you said, it's going to take a minute for that to happen too.
Yeah, fingers crossed for sure on that, but it does look like that's progressing over there. So if you're watching for sure from Lineville and Ashland, you're going to get some of these storms, I think, in the next 30, 45 minutes or so. And again, we just got to see what the cutoff is here, how quickly it gets over into the Randolph County area.
Boy, I sure was hoping to be able to be there tonight, Dana. You were going to come up and hang out with me, and we're going to hang with Jamie.
Absolutely.
And
would have brought the wife, hung out.
Yeah, we were just going to have a good time. I've been looking forward to the Vern Fest for several months now. Jamie and I have been talking back and forth. We were awfully excited about this, and then COVID struck, and it just wasn't worth taking that chance, and so we had to make some last minute changes. So we're doing things a little differently than we originally had planned on doing, and that's by doing it remotely. But guys, I'm going to be in Roanoke on October 1st, and as Dana so wonderfully pointed out last night, that's the day of the Auburn-LSU game. Hey, but that's okay, Dana, because you know what that means. That means that when we take care of LSU, all we've got to do is leave Roanoke and run right down to Toomer's Corner and roll Toomer's Corner. So
absolutely, bring some corn dogs too on the way.
So I got a plan.
Yeah. Where's the best corn dog in Roanoke? We got to find where we can buy that and celebrate.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is the truth. But yeah, we'll all get together that night for sure. It's Fall Fest, October 1st in Roanoke. We have already made our reservations for that with Miss Dorothy Tedwell, the director of the Randolph County Chamber of Commerce. She's already got us in the books for that. So we're looking forward to that event. I've got a ton of T-shirts because I had purchased a bunch of T-shirts for the Vern Fest, but we'll have all those to give away when we do that as well. So, Jamie, we got somebody in the chat room saying hey to you, but I'm not sure who it is. But they say hey, Jamie, so say hey.
Howdy.
And a lot of folks are watching us here, and they're reporting that they're really enjoying what we're doing here this evening. Miss Judy Brown said, great job, Jamie and Mr. Don. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Judy.
It's been a blast. What was best is we got to see all these kids and all the work that they're doing. That's what's blessed my heart. Is seeing how hard these kids are out here working, helping our community out.
And I tell you, the life lessons that those kids are learning in the process of doing that, you can't put a dollar figure on that. And they don't understand it maybe at the moment, but later in life they will.
Absolutely. These are the good days, no doubt. I tell you the lessons that I learned out on this field, and I'm just seeing them come to life, and now my kids are getting to learn those same lessons that I learned. just looking forward to passing it down.
All right, so gates are open. They opened at 5 o'clock, $25 general admission to get in to Vern Fest. The show is set to start at 7 o'clock. Norma Jean Cantrells, who said, hey, Jamie.
Hey, Mr.
So gates are open. You can come on up. If you're within driving distance of Woodland, Alabama, you can come on up and get in. $25 to get through the front gate. And they've got what's going on in the concession stand? What we got?
Concession stands. I've got a running tab in the concession stand. I know there's barbecue nachos. There was some high quality H2O, which is better known as sweet tea. I think they was making some Arnold Palmer's. They had some strawberry lemonade. So I've tasted a good bit of it. I've been able to go backstage of the concession stand. That was number one for me.
Good stuff. You got some family members in the concession stand. Well, Jamie got family members everywhere. They're all over Woodland. There's probably one sitting at every one of them tables back there behind him too.
Absolutely, I can show you a couple right here.
I knew it. Look at there. Hey, I know that one. I've seen that one before.
Yes, ma'am. That's Miss Connie, and then Miss Linda Kate. That's kinfolk. So it didn't take 1 second. Like I said, you can't sling a dead cat without hitting one of my kinfolk.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Dana, you got to hang out in Woodland. I mean, you learn stuff in Woodland, Alabama that you just don't pick up anywhere else. I can assure you.
Hey, I told you from the start. Whenever we go work a game at Wadley or Hanley, I love it. It's a great place to go and a great place to hang out. The fans are passionate. The people are passionate. Yeah, I love going up there. Like I said, it's just far enough from Auburn where it feels like you're really out of town, but you're still 45 minutes away from home. You can head on back. But it's great. The hospitality is second to none.
All right, guys. And Jamie, we'll let you run. Let's see, what time have we got? We're coming up on 6:38 Central. Let's come back probably at about 10 minutes after 7. That work for you, Jamie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
So whenever everything's kicking off good.
Okay, about 10 minutes after 7, we'll be back with you. And, Dana, before I let you run, I wanted to point out one thing. Just in the amount of time we've been talking here, you'll notice the northern part of Clay County is filling in now with rain.
Yep.
It's quite obvious now that we're going to have some more heavy showers move back in, at least to northwest Randolph County. So while I think that small storm there that's just east of Wedowee is probably going to stay, maybe, I don't know, it's going to be an awfully close call. So you may have a shower coming in the next 15 or 20 minutes, Jamie, but then there's some heavier showers back off to the northwest. We're just going to have to kind of watch and see how this plays out. You seeing anything any different, Dana?
No, I agree with you there. I'm looking at some of the rainfall amounts here. Munford, there's a bullseye right over Munford that's seen 5 inches of rainfall already today.
Wow.
5, almost 6. So I'm getting worried about those folks in northeast Talladega County about flooding over there because it's kind of parked over that area and moving on over this way.
Yeah, I was just reading a statement from the Weather Services here that flash flood guidance is being met in northeast Talladega County, especially in and around Munford and nearby waterways. So they're asking the storm spotters and the media that's in the chat room here if they're hearing of any flooding over there, because no question there should be some localized flooding going on over there in Talladega County. And unfortunately, that all of that may be slowly sliding off to the east or northeast over the next couple of 2 or 3 hours. All right, so we'll be back about 10 minutes after 7. We'll take a look at what the radar is telling us at that time, and we'll go live back out to Warren Sewell Field for the annual Vern Fest, and Mr. roving reporter Jamie Dukas as he shows us the sights and sounds as we get ready for Little Texas. We'll be back with you at 10 minutes after 7 here on Dr. Don's Weather.